Welcome to Glowing Success. I'm Heidi, your host. On this show, we dig into aesthetics, marketing, business strategy, wellness, and iridology. Whether I'm flying solo or sitting down with some incredible guests, this is your space to learn, grow, and build something beautiful. So let's get into this next episode. Welcome back to Glowing Success. So, what do I need to do next? That's the question I hear more than any other from small business owners. And being a small business owner, you have to make so many decisions on your own. That sometimes feels so heavy, right? Then you feel overwhelmed and honestly probably want to give up, right? But there's always that little piece inside of you or that little voice that says, no, we've worked too hard to get to this point. Don't give up. This is your passion, right? So you go on and you try everything you see on social media that I'm going to say, quote unquote, successful business owners are doing, or even the coaches online are saying to do. You post, you try new hooks, you are consistent, you even show your face because I tell you to do that. And honestly, it usually still feels like it isn't working, right? Here's the thing though. So in that instance, marketing actually didn't fail you. You never had clarity on what to do next after that first thing didn't work or after you've tried those things. So one tactic not working isn't necessarily proof that the whole path is wrong or even that type of thing is wrong. It's actually data. And, most people don't know how to read that data though, because they never had a real clear picture on what they needed to do, right? So here's what I've learned after coaching business owners through this. Overwhelm and giving up almost never come from a lack of motivation. Like you're motivated, you're doing things, right? They come from a lack of clarity. When you don't know if what you're doing is working or why, of course you want to quit. You're not lazy. You're not even bad at marketing, right? You just never had anyone help you separate this didn't work from I didn't do it long enough or right or with the right message, right? So that's like the whole game is not doing necessarily more. It's honestly doing the right thing next. So taking that next step in that next action. And I actually had 2 sessions recently with people, and these are both small business owners, much like yourself. And both people said the same thing afterwards. They said, I feel more prepared and excited to take action. They were even writing things down. They were excited to do the things the next day even. And that clarity honestly didn't come from a 5-year plan. It came from me asking the right questions and looking at those businesses from the outside. Because I'm not in it every day, right? I'm not in your business every day. So it's easier for me to spot what's actually holding you back. And I want to say that again, you don't necessarily need a 5-year plan. You don't need to overhaul your own, your whole business, your whole marketing. You need one conversation to find your actual next step. What should I do next? That's what I do in my sessions with people. I ask specific questions to get to the center of your business and honestly, what feels authentic to you, because everybody's very different with what they're wanting to achieve, right? So here's something you can do today. You know me, I'm all about action, and I want you to always take action when you're listening to my podcast. So I want you to pull up your last 4 to 5 posts, specifically with social media, or even whatever you tried with marketing. And instead of asking yourself, did this work? I want you to ask, did I actually give this a fair shot? Did you do it long enough? Did you do it with a clear message? Is your message actually clear of what you're trying to get, across? Or did you just try it once? Get quiet inside and maybe move on to the next shiny thing or the next thing you saw that was posted that you thought did really well. So, did I actually give this a fair shot? That one question will already tell you more than switching strategies again and again and again. Okay. But here's where you're going to get faster results, because if you're staring at that same content, let's say, or staring at that same message that you want to put out, or that same video, or even that same flyer, whatever you're doing, sometimes you're too close to it to see clearly, right? So that's exactly what an outside perspective is, and that's what I bring to my sessions with people. So if you're sitting there thinking, what do I need to do next? I just want somebody to tell me what to do next. I just need help. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I just don't know what to do. You're not behind. I want to tell you that. And you're not doing it wrong. I want to also tell you that. You just haven't had someone look at it, with you. And when you're ready for that, so when you're ready for a session to have some clarity, when you want somebody to sit down and look at your, what you're doing, your marketing, and help you find that one clear, maybe even a little bold, because you do have to be a little bold sometimes with business, but that bold, clear next step, that's exactly what I do in my sessions. So you don't need a 5-year plan. You don't need an overhaul. You just need to know what to do next, right? And let's find that together. Come book a session with me. I will put a link in the show notes so you can just click it right there. It's 1 hour, and I will see you there. And of course, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week.